Hello, TikTok. TikTok, good afternoon. How you guys are doing today? And you know what I'm going to say next. If you are listening to the sound of my voice, my friend, that means you are alive and well. And that's one more day towards the future. And one more day to fix that was broken yesterday. Or you can fix next year, last year, if you want to. But we're going to give thanks because we are here, we are alive and well. Okay? And I am here in my food truck today, and it's cold outside, but I'm inside. I don't have like really a lot of heat in here, but I mean, the stove, as you can see here, the fryer, and like the fryer and and the stove and stuff like that, and the warmers and everything like that, it gives me a lot of heat. So I don't need no heat except for out there. You know what I mean? So the heat goes out there too. So we don't need a lot of heat. Okay, but I'm here to like give you a little trick on how to get your chicken crispy and tasting so good the Jamaican style way. Okay, I'm here to tell you to show you how to do that because some people fry chicken and they fry the chicken, they just put some salt and pepper on the chicken and just throw it in the fryer and just fry it. Doesn't have any taste. Okay, me, I use salt and pepper, of course, yes, but there's other herbs and spices that I use, and I use some seasoning and stuff like that into my flour mixture, um, where I roll my chicken into before I drop it in the fryer. Okay, so if you want to do that, I mean, if you want to learn to do that at your home, I'm going to give you a few pointers. No, for my chicken, okay, I still season my chicken with like chicken seasoning and other seasoning and stuff like that, along with salt and a little bit of pepper and stuff like that. And how I season my chicken is that I mean I use some allspice, I use some all purpose, I use some accent, I even use a little bit of curry in my chicken, and that is to give my chicken a little bit of color and taste. I mean, I know that you have food coloring out there, but sometimes food coloring is not good for you because of what they put in the coloring, and then the coloring has no taste. It's dead. All it does is color the chicken. I don't even know what they use that to make it have that color to color your chicken. It could be anything in that thing for all I care about. But so I don't use coloring in my chicken. I use a little bit of Blue Mountain curry. It's a Jamaican Blue Mountain curry on my chicken when I'm seasoning it up, and that give it a nice, a nice orange yellow like color along with the taste of the curry. So, but you're not gonna put a lot in it, so it's gonna be like overkill like that, But the curry have a little bit of flavor in it. So with the flavor and the color of the curry, it give your chicken a nice color and look. Okay, and then I season my chicken with that, and then I do a flour mix. Okay, I do a flour and cornmeal mix, flour and cornmeal mix, and then I still add some accent and some herbs and some spices inside that flour mix. So when you dip the chicken in the egg and then into the flour and then into the fryer, all that flavor combined together in the fryer and give it a crispiness and that nice tasting, with the aroma and all that crispy and tasty. And you want to eat the skin, the bones, and everything. Okay, so that's what I do. That's how I do it, and get my chicken crispy, flavorful, and with a nice color. You know what I mean? So it's not dead. It's not black or anything like that. Because sometimes if your chicken doesn't have any color, it can come out, looking weird and just, not presentable. Worse if your oil in the fryer is dirty. Okay. But let me show you something here. Let me show you something here, TikTok. I'm gonna show you something. Okay. So I use all-purpose flour to base my chicken, after dip it in the egg and stuff like that. I use all-purpose flour. I don't use breadcrumbs because breadcrumbs. I mean, it can make a chicken crunchy too, but that's just regular. I'm trying to keep my fried chicken authentic. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep it authentic. So I'm gonna use like all-purpose flour because that's more dense and it's a better base for the chicken, make it more crunchier, along with the cornmeal. I'll be using 4 ounces of cornmeal because I have a cup of flour there. So I'll be using like 4 ounces of cornmeal in the flour, and then I'm gonna add all my herbs and spices to the cornmeal and the flour, right? I'm gonna add in some adobo and some all-purpose and some accent. The accent is very, very tasty. It brings out a lot of flavor in whatever food you're cooking. Trust me. I use it in my rice sometimes too, and it's awesome. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna use some of the accent too. Accent, you can get accent at Walmart or some supermarkets sell accent. I'm not sure, but I get mine in New York. Then I'm gonna use some. I'm still gonna add some curry to the flour, a little bit of curry to the flour, not a lot. You know what I mean? Because after you roll it in the egg, the liquid is gonna pick up. Is gonna like like all of the mixture is gonna adhere to the liquid on the chicken, and that will make the color pop more and the flavor pop more. Along with that liquid on the chicken. So I'm gonna use a little bit of all spice, all season, a little bit of curry, accent, and stuff like that in my flour. That's what I'm gonna do. Alrighty, so that's what I do with that. Let's say the curry brings out the flavor within the chicken, and it gives it a nice yellow, kind of yellow orangey. I don't know if that's the right color I'm saying, but it gives it like a nice yellow orangey color, like after the chicken has been fried. That's the color it gave it. So that's why I use a little bit of curry, um, in my flour mixture that I dip the chicken in, so it will give it that flavor. Alrighty, I use that inside there, and I put some on my chicken too when I'm seasoning the chicken, just to kind of color the chicken a little bit instead of using the coloring that they sell in the stores that we don't know what's in it or what they used to make it. Okay, so I use some curry in it. I got curry, and I use my total seasoning, and I use my some adobo, and then I use some accent. You can get accent at many another supermarkets and Walmart. And that brings out the flavor. Um, that brings out the flavor in the chicken. Okay, and then sometimes it depends. Like when you go to some places like KFC and all that, you ask for they ask if you want regular or spicy. You know what I mean? No, I have kids that come here and eat that loves my fried chicken. You know what I mean? And I don't make it peppery that much. Sometimes I make two batches. One batch is for kids and one batch is for people who like peppery chicken. And in that case, I use some of my Scotch bonnet, Jamaican Scotch bonnet crushed pepper. And I don't know, you can't get this at most supermarkets um, where I am. So when I go to New York on Sundays to get all my stuff, I always pick up some some of these. I have maybe a case or something like that. But maybe if you go to Walmart, you might get it in a Walmart, or it depends on where you are. You might can get it in a store down the road from you or something. So that's what I use, and I put that some of that on the chicken when I season the chicken itself, and I kind of incorporate it on my chicken. So that will give me a little bit of spiciness. Plus, this here has flavor in it too, so it's spicy and flavorful. So this is what I use my spiciness. Okay, and after everything, I kind of have my gloves on, so I use my gloves and I incorporate everything properly, so it's properly seasoning. You know what I mean? So everything is in there. You're not gonna get the chicken just touching one seasoning and not the other. So I mix it up a little bit like that, like so. You know what I mean? So everything will be in there. That's why I do it. Mix it up, mix it up. You know what I mean? Mix it up a little bit. Then it's gonna be time to roll some chicken into it and drop it in the fryer, and we'll see what we get. So now we're gonna fry some chicken. I'm gonna dip it in the egg, and then roll it in the flour and stuff like that, and drop it in the fryer. And so here we are, and we have the chicken in the flour. Um, you make sure you give it a nice coat, but you don't want too much flour to be on the chicken, because you don't want any gunk of flour left on the chicken when you're eating it, when you're biting into it. You don't want like to bite into flour. So you don't want to be, you want to, whatever you put on the chicken, you want to knock it off a little bit. Shake it off. So this just a coating of the flour is on there. You shake it off, and then you put it one in the fryer, the other one here. Knock it a little bit. You shake it off, knock it off a little bit. Make sure you knock it off a little bit. Don't leave too many flour on the chicken, because if you left too many flour on the chicken, as I said, when you're biting into the chicken and the skin and all that, you don't want to be like some places that sell chicken and you bite into it and it's like a whole gunk piece of flour just lodged in your mouth. You want to bite into the chicken, so that's why you shake off most of the flour off the chicken and just leave the coating on it, just like a flour coating, so you don't it's not gonna be gunked up on you. You know what I mean? And you drop it in the fryer there, and yeah, and we're gonna drop it right now and see what happens and see what comes out of it. Okay, take my gloves off. I'm gonna drop this here, drop it in the fryer. Okay, it's fry there. We're gonna see what it comes out to be. You know what I mean? Because that's how you get the chicken to be crispy and juicy and full of flavor. So let's see what happens. Okay. Yeah. So as I said, TikTok is that everyone does their chicken differently. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, Jamaican food has different tastes because everyone has their twist to it. You know what I mean? You might cook oxtail and you might season it a certain way that I don't season it or the other person doesn't season it. You might put certain seasoning in it, but authentically, it should season one way, the same way we should all season it because it's authentic Jamaican food. You can put some way off seasoning into oxtail because oxtail have a distinctive, it has an authentic taste to it. When you eat it, you can know that, listen, I know that a Jamaican cooked this oxtail because this is how it should be tasted. So you have people out there, some people are not really like 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 Jamaican, but they have Jamaican parents. So they were taught how to do it. But then when they go out there, they twist it around and they add stuff to it to see they can create a different taste. But if you do that, then the oxtail won't be unique. The cooking Jamaican food won't be unique because you're twisting it too much, you're bending it too much, you're adding stuff to create your own taste, which that's your own taste. That's not authentic. That's your own taste. So if we keep the tradition going and the mama's cooking going and what grandma says back in the day, they are the one who create authenticity within Jamaican food, where Jamaican food is concerned. But because time changed and things are changing, everyone is changing everything. And people are following the narratives. But you don't have to follow the narrative. You can keep it authentic and don't add to it. You know what I mean? Keep it authentic and don't add to it. I don't want to bash anybody. I'm not bashing anybody and all stuff like that. But I'm just saying, and I know that there are people out there who are twisting the Jamaican authenticity when it comes on to cooking Jamaican food. People out there are twisting it. You know what I mean? As they say, maybe they're Americanizing it or whatever they're doing, or Englandizing it or whatever. You gotta stay true to yourself. You gotta stay true to yourself, okay? And don't fall for the narratives. That's what I'm saying. So people out there might want to fry chicken separately, differently, cook oxtail differently. I mean, do curry goat differently. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I'm doing it the way how I was taught by my foreparents. You know what I mean? That's what they showed me. That's how they do it from ever since. I mean, you can use other season on your chicken if you want to. You know what I mean? You can use other. I mean, there's Jamaican season out there, but I'm where I'm at. I can't get certain Jamaican season, so I have to improvise. But at the same time, I try to keep it close to authentic as possible. You know what I'm saying? I might have one or two ingredient off because I can't get the exact thing, but I'm not twisting it. It's like a circumstances here. You know what I mean? But everyone has their ways of doing it. But we have to stay as close as possible to the authentic taste of it. We have to stay. I mean, if you can't go 100% close to it, stay as close as possible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's I'm not bashing nobody, man. Seriously, I'm not. Right, TikTok, TikTok. Look at our finished result of our fried chicken meal. This is what we serve at our This is what we serve at our food truck here. And look at those chicken. Look at those chicken. You see how the color they have, right? Which chicken looks so good? Look at that. You know what I mean? You can see everything. You can see all the seasoning in the chicken. Look at that. And that sauce there is, man, is awesome. The sauce that we use on the chicken, and customers have a choice of sauce that they want for the rice, whether they want oxtail sauce or curry goat sauce or curry chicken sauce or whatever it is. They have a choice of sauce for the rice, but that sauce there is for the chicken. And you dip the chicken into it or pour it on it, and you just work it with that sauce. But don't tell me that you guys don't want some of this chicken right now. Don't tell me that you're not hungry right now for some of this chicken. Okay? Don't tell me that you're not hungry. But this is our finished result for our fried chicken that we just did. And you can see the crispiness in it. It's still crispy. You can see all the seasoning embedded in the skin of the chicken. So you can eat the skin and all that, the bones and everything of this chicken here. You don't have to waste anything if you don't want to. Trust me, it's delicious. I'm going to eat it right now myself because I'm hungry right now. So I'm going to eat myself right now because I am hungry. Alrighty? And yeah, it's a finished result of our chicken here. That's what it is. We serve it with rice and peas and potato salad, some plantain, some steamed veggies with some cucumber and tomatoes and that sauce there. And then you can get the sauce for the rice if you want, for your own rice, whatever sauce you want. So this is the finished result, okay? I'm going to eat it myself right now. I know you want some of it. I know that. Yeah, so as I say, TikTok, that was the finished product of our fried chicken. And I know that I'm outside talking to you right now. You can see the smoke coming from my mouth. It's the coldness. And the breath from my mouth is, create that kind of smoke. But I'm not smoking. But that is our finished product. And I'm going to go back inside now and eat it by myself. I'm going to eat it. And I feel bad for the people who are not living close to us, but the people who are in and around Vermont, they know where to come. The people that are way out, too bad, because I would share this chicken with you right now. You could come and get some for yourself, you own. But I will see you. You guys take care. We'll talk later on or tomorrow. You be safe out there and have a great night. Okay? Go fry some chicken. I said go fry some chicken right now.